tell you when you can start speaking. Okay, and go.
Hi, we're getting ready to start in about 3 minutes. So I hope you have a deck of cards in front of you and a flat surface to write on. You might want to sort your cards into suits. We had said we were going to talk more about bidding today, but the feedback I got via email and from some phone calls was that people would like to know a little bit more about things like the finesse, which we talked about yesterday. If you remember, the hand that I had put out was the one where we had the queen, the jack, and the 10 of clubs in the dummy, and we had the ace and some small ones in our hand, and we talked about capturing the king. Well, people found that helpful, and they asked me if I would tell them today about a few more of those techniques that we use to create tricks. So I think we'll just do a little sidestep, and we'll look at that, because if you're playing online and practicing some of your play the hand and your bidding, if you don't know how to win a lot of tricks, sometimes that can be discouraging. So we're going to do a few, and I've got one hand down here for you. I also have the hand up here. So if you can read this, you can follow along. The suit that's most important on this particular hand is the diamond suit. So I'll be calling out those cards and just kind of talking a little bit about some of the others. But I hope that you're able to see it. You should be. We've done a lot of testing this morning. We've been here since, 10 o'clock, testing the lighting and how to set up the hands and get the sound right. We worked really hard on this. Future, we might be doing on YouTube Live. I've heard that we looked and the picture was a little bit clearer on YouTube, but we'll also link to Facebook so that you can see them from either spot. But we might actually use YouTube as the main platform going forward. I will be taking all the videos that we've done thus far and putting them on YouTube as well, so that you'll have them all in one place. So I think we've got about 1 or 2 minutes to go, and then we'll start. Get your deck of cards, sort the suits, and especially pay attention to the diamonds. We'll be going in just a second. All right, here we go. This particular hand is about playing the high card from the hand with the shortest number of cards first when you're trying to win cards in one particular suit, win tricks in one particular suit. So the hand that I have out for you, I gave the south hand, which is always declarer whenever we're doing a play of the hand type of thing. I'll always have south is declarer and north is dummy. It's just easier to see that way. And the north hand has the king, the queen, the jack, the 9, and the 5 of diamonds. And the rest of the cards in all of the other suits are not very high. The most highest card is a 5. He has the 5 and 4 of spades, the 3 and 2 of hearts, the 5, 4, 2 of clubs. I didn't give him enough cards, did I? That's only 12. I should have counted my cards. Tell you what, we'll add the 4 of hearts, just so it's a legal hand. So stick that 4 of hearts in there. I'll change my file to read that too. So he doesn't have any cards that are really high other than those diamonds. And in the south hand, we have a really good hand. We have the ace, the king, the 6, the 3 of spades, the king, the queen, and the jack of hearts, the ace and the 8 of diamonds, big ace and the little 8 of diamonds, and the ace, the king, the 9, and the 3 of clubs. So it's a great hand. Now suppose that the south hand had a contract of no trump. He was trying to win the most tricks he could in no trump. If you will go ahead and talk about this hand from a bidding standpoint as well. just because, well, why not look at all of it, right? So if we look at his high card points, he has 4, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 4 is 17, 21, 22, 23, 24. What a great hand, isn't it? And if you look at the number of tricks he can win, he has the ace and the king of spades. That's 2. And the ace and the king of clubs. 2 more. In hearts, he doesn't have the ace, but he has the king, the queen, and the jack. So once someone plays the ace, he has 2 heart winners. That's 6. And he has the ace of diamonds for 7. Well, if he was in 3 no trump, which seems like they have enough high card points to play, try for that big game bonus, he would need 3 more tricks in order to take 9. Well, he's got those diamonds, so those look really good, don't they? Looks like he'd be able to take 5 diamond tricks, and he can, unless he makes a tiny mistake. So let's look at that. When he's taking his diamonds, if he was to play the 8 of diamonds first, then he would have to play a high diamond from dummy to win. So let's play the 8 and the king. Okay? Well, he still has the ace of diamonds, right? So he doesn't want to play his queen or jack and overtake it with the ace. So he'd lead his 5. And he would play his ace, right? Great. He's got 2 diamond tricks. Which hand won the last trick? Who's on lead? The queen, the jack, and the 9 of diamonds are probably all winners, but which hand is on lead? Right, the south hand. Because south won the last trick with the ace of diamonds. So now, even though we have the queen, the jack, and the 9 left, we can't take them. We can't win them because we're not on lead. North is not on lead. And North has no big cards in any other suit that they can win a trick. So, wow, that didn't work very well, did it? What could we have done to take all 5 of our diamond tricks? Well, instead of playing the ace, the 8, the little 8, what if we had played the highest card from the hand that had the shortest number first? Instead of the 8, what if we had played our ace? We'd still play the 5, right? And we would have won our ace. And now we can play the 8 to our king. And we won that trick. And now which hand is on lead? The hand that's on lead, the hand that's on lead is the north hand. And they still have the queen, the jack, and the 9, so they can win all 3 of those tricks. Pretty good, huh? So now he'll take all of his diamond tricks, 5 of them. His 2 clubs is 7. His 2 spades is 9. And if he plays his king of hearts before he takes those other big cards, he'll take 2 heart tricks. And that's going to give him a total of, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 tricks. And all because he played his ace of diamonds, the big ace, before he played his small diamond. Let's look at another one. This is establishing a long suit. Establishing means creating winners. It means playing your cards in such a way that the opponents are forced to win their big cards, and you have an opportunity to win cards with a long suit, even though you didn't have the biggest ones all at once, okay? So for this one, we're going to change the clubs, and we're going to put the king of clubs in the north hand. The diamonds stayed the same. The only thing we did was change the 5 of clubs to the king. And we're giving our 5 down to the south hand. spades stayed the same. The hearts stayed the same. The diamonds are the king, the queen, the jack, the 9 and the 5 in the north hand, and the 10 and the little 8 in the south hand. And the clubs in the north hand are the king, the 4 and the 2, and in the south hand are the big ace, the queen, the 9 and the 5. So again, we have 2 spade tricks, right? Let's say we're still in 3-no trump. We can get 2 heart tricks once the ace is played. We have 3 club tricks, the ace, the king, and the queen. And once the ace of diamonds is gone, we'll have 4 diamond tricks. Well, what could go wrong on that hand? Not much, it doesn't look like, does it? Let's think about it. If you were a person who liked to take all of your high cards first, you might take your ace and your king and your queen of clubs. You might take your ace and your king of spades. If you do that, that's 5 tricks. Those are winners. You can take those anytime you want to. But you don't have any heart tricks yet because the opponents still have the ace. And you don't have any diamond tricks yet because your opponents still have the ace of diamonds. So it doesn't make much sense to take all of our winners in spades and clubs if we don't have enough tricks to make our contract yet. We're trying to make 9, right? So should we play diamonds or hearts? Well, which is going to give us more tricks? Once the ace is gone, we'll only have 2 heart tricks, right? But once the ace of diamonds is gone, we'll have 4 diamond tricks. So what we're going to do is we're going to force the opponents to win their ace of diamonds. And we don't care when they win it. We're just going to play diamonds until they win their ace. So what we would do is we'd leave the 10 and we'd play low. If they didn't win the ace, we're now going to play our 8 and we'll play the 9 or the king or queen or jack from them. They're all the same, right? They're all equal in strength because the 10 was already played. And if they win their ace, great. Now we have 3 diamond tricks, 3 more tricks. If they don't win the ace, what would we have done? Play diamonds again. We're going to make them win the ace. If they don't win the ace of diamonds the 3rd time, what are we going to do? Play them again. Make them win the ace. Because we want to win 4 diamond tricks for our side. And we can't win 4 diamonds until we force them to win their ace. So driving out a high card means we're going to play our big ones until their higher ones are gone, until we force them to play their higher cards. Okay. The next one is another version of driving out a high card. All right, so let's look at this one. What we're changing is we're going to take away our 8 of diamonds from the south hand, the small 8, and we're going to make the south hand have the 8 of hearts, the small 8 of hearts. So what's the difference now? Well, now, declarer south only has 1 diamond, don't they? But between our 2 hands, we still have the king, the queen, the jack, the 10, the 9, and then we have the 5. So if we leave the 10, now follow along with me. If you led the 10 and your left-hand opponent played a small card and you played the 5, what happens if East also plays a small card? So if it goes 10 of diamonds and play a little one from West, play a little one from East, and we played the 5. They let us win the 10. Wasn't that nice of them? we played the 5 from dummy, which hand is on lead? Yeah, the south hand. And does the south hand have any more diamonds? No, we can't play them again. We can't force them to play diamonds again. Now, it's true, we do have that king of clubs. We could play our 5 of clubs to the king so that we could lead diamonds again. But if we do that and our king is gone, play your 5 and your king. Okay, well, we can play that king of diamonds and we can lead diamonds until we force them to win the ace. But guess what? We don't have any big cards to get back to the north hand and take the rest of those diamonds, do we? So that won't work. So what could we do? How could we win more diamond tricks? Can you think of a way? What about when we played the 10, we overtook, even though our 10 was high, we played our jack. They might still both play, our opponents might still both play small cards, but if we had played the jack over the 10, who would be on lead? Yeah, the north hand. And what can the north hand do? They can continue to play diamonds. They can keep leading diamonds and force one of the opponents to win their ace of diamonds. And we still at least get 3 diamond tricks, right? We had the king, the queen, the jack, and the 9. We used one of those to overtake to win our partner's 10 so we could continue to play diamonds. We'll still at least get 3 diamond tricks. And depending on how the diamonds are in the other 2 hands, we might even get 4. But if we want to get at least 3 diamond tricks, we have to make sure that we can continue to lead diamonds and force them to win the ace. That one's a little harder. It's kind of counterintuitive. Kind of is something, partner's winning the trick. We're not going to take it away from them. That's kind of your thought. But we're doing it for a reason. And the reason is to help us create more tricks. That one's a little tough. You want one more? Okay, I think we have time for one more. Here we go. Ducking a trick. This is really hard. Talk about something that is counterintuitive, that you would never think to do. This one is it. So we're going to change the cards just a little bit. The spades remain the same. The hearts remain the same. We're going to change the diamonds and the clubs. So the diamonds in Declarer's hand are the big ace, the 4, and the 3. The big ace, the 4, and the 3. And the diamonds and dummy in the north hand are not nearly as good. It's going to be the king, the 9, the big 8, the little 8, the 7, and the 5. So the king, the 9, the little 8, the 7, and the 5. And the clubs, the 6, the 4, and the 2. I'm going to take away that king and just have the 6, the 4, and the 2. And in Declarer's hand, in clubs, we're still going to have the big ace, the queen, the 9, and the 5. Okay? We also removed the 8 of hearts from the south hand. And gosh, I did it again, didn't I? I gave them too many cards. Were y'all counting? Let's take away that little 3 of spades as well. All right. So south hand is the big ace, the king, and the 6 of spades. The king, the queen, and the jack of hearts. The big ace, the 4, and the 3 of diamonds. The big ace, the queen, the 9, and the 5 of clubs. dummy hand, it's the 5 and the 4 of spades, the 4, the 3, the 2 of hearts, the king, the 9, the little 8, the 7, and the 5 of diamonds, and the 6, the 4, and the 2 of clubs. Got it? This one's tough. So what I want you to do is take the diamonds, the rest of the diamonds, only the diamonds, and see what you have left. There's 5 of them. The queen, the jack, the 10, the 6, and the 2. Now you probably don't know this yet, but when the opponents have 5 cards in the suit between their 2 hands, the likelihood that they are split 3 in one hand, 2 in the other is about 65%. It's really high. So let's give the jack, the 10, and the 2 to the east hand, and the queen and the 6 to the west hand. Well, if we were in 3-no trump, we would be looking here and we'd be saying, wow, this is really rough this time. We have 2 spade tricks, and we can get 2 heart tricks once the ace has been played. That's 4. And 2 diamond tricks is 5, 6. And a club, that's 7. Wow, this is tough. Oh, look, in clubs we have the ace and the queen, so we might be able to finesse. Remember how we try and capture a king? But we're still not anywhere close to 9. We need diamond tricks. We need to get more than 2 diamond tricks. And we have 8 of them, so the chances are pretty good, right? How are we going to do it? How can you win 4 diamond tricks if the diamond tricks are split 3 in one hand, 2 in the other? The opponents are not going to play their queen, their jack, and their 10 underneath your ace and king. I can tell you that. So don't even hope that they'll make that mistake for you. And we have that, the high card from the hand with the shortest number first, right? So we could play our ace. But gosh, what's going to happen? Let's try that first. Let's play our ace of diamonds. West will play the 6. We'll play the 5 from dummy. East will play the 2. Great, we won that trick. Now if we leave the 3 and they play the queen, and we win our king, they'll play the 10. Great, we've got our 2 tricks. Now we can leave the 7. They'll win the jack. We'll play our 4. And the 9 and 8 are winners now. It worked. But who's on lead? East. East is on lead. And South can win the return, the next trick, whatever East plays. South can probably win. But he doesn't have any more diamonds. So he can't lead a card that North can win and be able to take that 9 and 8 of diamonds. So gosh, what do we do? Can y'all think of it? Give it a little bit of thought, see if you come up with something. I'm going to give you about 2 minutes, maybe a minute. See if you can think of a way that we might be able to win 4 diamond tricks. Our 9 and 8 are good. They're winners, but we can't get to. This is tough. This was one of the hardest things to learn. That's something that I just never wanted to do. Okay, you ready? Here you go. How many figured it out? If you figured it out before I told you, I want you to do a thumbs up on Facebook for me. Yes, I got it. know what to do. If you're watching this later and you taped it, I hope you paused after I said, can you figure out a way to do it? And I want to know how many of you got it, because this was a tough one. All right, so this is the idea. We know we have to lose one diamond trick. We have the ace and the king, but we don't have the queen, the jack, or the 10. So we know we do, at some point, have to lose a diamond trick. The key to ducking a trick is we're going to choose which trick we lose. Instead of losing late, we're going to lose the trick we always have to lose. We're going to lose it early when playing suit. So we still lead our ace maybe. It goes 6 and 5, and they still play the 2. So play those cards. Turn them face down. Ace, 6, 5, and 2. And now we're going to lead our 3, and they're going to play the queen. But guess what we do? We don't win it. We play our 7. We let them win that queen of diamonds. They're going to lead some other suit, you know. They're not going to play another diamond. Actually, we didn't give them another diamond, but even if they had a diamond, they wouldn't play diamonds again. They're either going to lead a spade or a heart or a club. But look what diamonds are left in all 3 hands. Dummy, North, has the king, the 9, and the little 8. East has the jack. And Declarer, South, he still has a diamond. And he's got a bunch of good cards in all the other suits. So what will happen is that West will lead a card, and South will win pretty soon probably. Maybe not the next trick, but certainly the one after that. And then what? He can lead his 4 of diamonds, play the king from dummy, which will capture the jack, do that, 4. They'll play a card, we play the king, we capture the jack. Our 9 and 8 are going to be good, aren't they? But who's on lead? Yes, North's on lead. So North, since they won the last trip, will still be able to lead now the 9 of diamonds and the 8 of diamonds. And they'll be able to win both of those tricks, which will give us a total of 4 diamond tricks. Pretty tasty, huh? I like it. Just remember, we always had to lose a trick in that suit. All we did was we picked a time that was advantageous to us, that helped us take more tricks to lose it, instead of letting the opponents win when it was to their advantage. Hope you enjoyed these, and I hope they help you play out your hands a little better. At least it's some things to think about. I hope to see you tomorrow, and I'll post a note on Facebook about whether we go live on YouTube tomorrow or whether we're going to hold off on that until Monday. But I've enjoyed it,